Hello everyone, and welcome to Film Festival. Fulfillment, inspiration, liberation, and motion. My name is Miriam Salim, and I serve as the Arts and Letters Committee Chair for the Lambda Psi chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Today we will showcase short films created by local artists and students that cover a very important topic, the mistreatment of Black women in America. Today we will highlight a very poignant and powerful medium to address the continuous degradation, disrespect, and disparagement of Black women in American culture. As we navigate this topic, we will also be providing a platform for up-and-coming artists within our community. Now, we will allow our judges to introduce themselves.
Hello everyone, my name is Darius Brown and I'm a lecturer at the University of Florida, and I teach in the College of Arts. And what I teach are multimedia type of courses, studio courses such as motion graphic courses and design and production studio. So my experience started off in graphic design, and then I started to fall in love with the way we could tell stories outside of graphics using video, and I do as much as I can to combine the two. I also have a great appreciation for music and audio production, so anything production related, I try to combine them. Outside of graphic design, I started, just working with cameras, working my way up the ladder, if you will, and I was basically starting off with photography, taking photos of my friends. Everyone needed headshots. Everyone needed professional photos taken for their graduation and resume, and I was happy to help with that. Then people wanted more of a commercial-based market, and I started building up more clients around the surrounding Central Florida community, and it started off with dance. I had a lot of friends who were dancers. My wife even has a dance background, so I just started gravitating. Once I did my first video, it was with a dancer, and then the word started to spread, so I was like, I might be pretty good at this, and it was a lot of fun to actually tell stories through dance, and you can already have such a strong story told through dance. So yeah, I started there, and then after that, just started to blossom into live productions, operas, dance, and just short films in general for festivals and whatnot. And I always try to make it cinematic. And outside of being a student at the University of Florida, also teach now at the University of Florida, and as I talked about my teaching experience and the courses that I teach, outside of that, I'm still a freelancer, and I have a lot of experience working with clients in Atlanta, even cross country in California, and obviously in Florida, and I like to connect with as many people as I can, especially during the pandemic. You find interesting ways to where you can connect. So I love telling stories. I love helping people in their businesses, especially Black businesses, and just lending out a hand and doing what I can to make sure people's stories are told, and they are able to see themselves in another light that they're probably not used to seeing. So getting that professional quality is always good, and I just love collaborating on large-scale projects, small-scale projects, whatever that can get the job done. So enjoy the show today, and again, I just want to thank all the candidates. Continue to tell your stories no matter what happens in today's competition. Continue to make videos, continue to tell your stories. It's very courageous to submit your work in events like this. Continue to do it and enjoy the show. In addition to serving as one of your judges this evening, I also have the pleasure of going over some video concepts. Before I dive into the science of video concepts, I just want to again thank all of the candidates for your courageousness in telling your stories. No matter what happens today, continue to tell your story the way it needs to be told. All right, so let's jump into a few things of cinematography and why it is important. Hopefully after today, these topics will increase your understanding and appreciation for this creative medium that I love. So concepts such as rule of thirds are things that we're going to discuss. With that being said, composition is the one that is very important when it comes to film. So according to Cal Cassidy, an accredited author and video filmmaker, composition refers to the way visual elements in the scene are kind of arranged in the camera of the frame. Furthermore, shot composition refers to the arrangement of visual elements, whereas the lamp, according to the couch, according to where the person is standing. Now we have a good established basic definition of this term. Let's discuss how we can implement it within our films. We need to understand the significance of the rule of thirds, leading lines, and concepts such as balance and symmetry, and how all of these essential things in the process of filmmaking captivate our attention. Just ask yourself, have you ever wondered how filmmakers and directors just keep you glued to your seat? You can binge watch an entire series on Netflix and not even feel like you forget you're in the room. Following these basic rules of composition allows you to keep people glued to their seats. Actually, you're just trying to eliminate distractions. Everything just feels nice on the screen. So let's talk about how they managed to do that. All right, so these are valid questions on wondering how people would do that when you're watching something on Netflix. So for starters, when you're considering composition, you want to follow what is called the rule of thirds. This is a very basic rule to follow, and it's effectively used time and time again in the fundamentals of filmmaking. It helps that visual captivating moment. So what you're doing is essentially dividing the screen with lines, almost assembling a tic-tac-toe grid. Now what you want to do is focus on the intersections. You have 4 intersections, and pretty much the most important parts or moment of that specific scene, you want to line up on these intersections. Which intersection do you choose? That's up to you. You have that creative control, but it's good to use that as a guideline. All right, hopefully this was informative, and you guys could look out for this in the next film or movie that you watch after tonight.
Hi there, my name is Taylor Ray Curry. I'm a writer, director, producer, and currently assistant professor of film at the University of Tampa. And I'm so pleased to join you at the Fulfillment, Inspiration, and Liberation in Emotion Festival. I want to speak very briefly about who I am, and then I want to dive right into some cinematography aspects that I think you've already been briefed on. As I said, I'm a writer, director, producer. I went to Spelman College and I got my MFA at UCLA. And I have experience in writing scripts, producing films, shooting, partnering with DPs, and putting my creative vision into action as a director. I want to dive into some cinematography discussions. I know you are familiar at this point with the rule of thirds. I'd love to also talk to you about leading lines and symmetry. These are all helpful tricks and tools we can use in cinematography to guide the viewer's eyes exactly where we want them to be. So much of what we do is about control, whether it's controlling, narratively, the narrative, or visually controlling and commanding attention where we need it exactly. You can see examples of this in lots of films, lots of Wes Anderson films, lots of films like Nightcrawler. But I also find that there are beautiful representations of symmetry in one of Charles Burnett's most amazing works, which is Killer of Sheep. Charles Burnett is a powerful filmmaker coming out of the LA Rebellion at my alma mater, UCLA, a powerful group of Black filmmakers commanding voice and demanding the right to speak truth to power through film. Other filmmakers who I've actually studied under myself who continue to do this are people like Ayoka Shinzera. So you can look in popular works and experimental works and narrative works and documentary works and see evidence of a lot of these cinematographic tools. We disrupt the rule of thirds when we want to command the viewer's attention. Specifically, sometimes we're breaking that rule to generate dis-ease. Sometimes we're breaking that rule to guide you narratively so that pieces of the story fall into place visually without any actor having to utter a word. I am so excited for you guys as you continue to think about these techniques and how you can employ them. And I urge you in the chat to sound off on some of the Black films that you know of that you think may have employed leading lines or symmetry. I'd love to see what you think.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Ardarius Stewart. I am a filmmaker, former photojournalist at WCIV ABC News 4 in Charleston, South Carolina. and I'm a current MFA acting student here at the University of Florida. A little bit about me. My experience with storytelling began when I was 13 in church through the medium of praise dancing. After that, I went to undergrad at Claflin University and I took up mass communications. And there, I got a job at Panther TV where I was charged with creating minute stories of campus life every day. And it aired on the campus TV station. And so those were my beginning steps. After that, after undergrad, I got a job at WCIV ABC News 4 in Charleston, South Carolina, where I just deepened my craft. And I learned the importance of audio to a film or a story. I learned the importance of lighting to a visual story. And I learned the importance of scripts and how a good script, a good, concise, to the point script can be effective and change lives. And so I want to commend the beautiful divas of the Lambda Psi chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and tip my hat and say thank you for creating this opportunity for filmmakers. And I want to give a huge shout out to the people who submitted, the young filmmakers who submitted their stories. And I want to encourage you to continue to let your voice be heard. It's so important that you have a voice, and stepping out and being courageous enough to tell your story through this medium of video is so important. Keep going. Don't let up. Thank you. We will now be discussing the history of film and highlighting groundbreaking filmmakers within the Black community. Furthermore, we will explore topics such as representation, cultural influence, and hidden history. As stated previously, film is an influential medium that brings awareness to many issues and evokes raw emotion. Historically, artists use videography to either capture or portray several aspects of our society's culture. This understandably presents itself through a rich history of film, especially when considering the role of Black women filmmakers played in creating spaces for Black women to be seen. Many Black women filmmakers have represented both the struggle and success of Black lives through their work, and have stressed the importance of the duality of our existence as they navigate in the industry. Take this time to think about some instances in history in which film was used to move the nation. Make sure to share these historical moments by using the chat function. As you all reflect on specific moments in history where film was culturally influential, I would like to share an example of my own. The documentary, I Am Somebody, produced in 1970, directed by Madeline Anderson, portrays the progression of a 1969 strike of Black hospital workers. This film understandably empowers others within the Black community to demand fair treatment. It is clear that the history of film within the Black community is incredibly rich. Film has historically been a platform to discuss the Black experience. This fact has not changed in the 21st century. We wanted to provide you with this information before we begin the film festival to acknowledge the importance of the work being done here today. It is history in motion. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Imani Salvan and I serve on the Arts and Letters Committee. First, I'd like to thank our wonderful judges for their contributions. Now we'll begin the viewings. Our first submission is a dance film that combines beautiful movement and a powerful message to Black girls about being proud for who they are. Now let's take a look.
Hello, my name is Kristen Lauder. I am a third-year BFA dance major with a minor in mass media communications, and I have done a dance film, a poem called Dear Black Girl. I wrote this and I did this film for young Black girls. I was going through a tough time, and everything that I was going through was because of my skin color And oddly enough, this happened when the Black Lives Matter movement just started to boom and COVID had just happened. So like everything was crazy, but yeah, I hope you enjoy and thanks for watching.
Dear Black girl, keep your head up. You're inspiring, you're powerful, you're beautiful. Dear Black girl, you're talented, you're gifted, you're loved. Dear Black girl, you're a leader, you're intelligent, you're gold.
All in your ways, so you can crumble. All in your ways, so you can sleep at night. All in your ways, so you can wake up and rise. All in your ways, so you can crumble. All in your ways, so you can wake up and rise. All in your ways, so you can crumble. All in your ways, so you can sleep at night. All in your ways, so you can wake up and rise.
Dear Black girl, you're unique. God didn't make any mistakes. Your hair, your lips, your joy, it radiates and makes the world light. Never forget that.
Wow, let's take a moment for that beautiful piece. The next film delves into how Black women can be perceived and treated in the workplace. Let's get into it.
I'm Taylor Tarver, and my hometown is Tampa, Florida. The title of my film is The Submission, and what inspired me to create this film was the hard truth that Black women face when doing something as simple as applying for a position at a prestigious company. Using what Black women face along with my personal experiences, I was inspired to create The Submission.
Miss Ebony Wilston, was it?
Yes.
Well, Miss Wilston, I'll keep this short. Your paper is simply subpar, insufficient, unqualified, without substance. Understand?
With all due respect, I really don't. I worked on this paper for months now. There shouldn't be a flaw.
The company appreciates your efforts and your submission, but there just isn't a place for someone like you at this time.
Someone like me.
Best of luck. Subpar, insufficient, unqualified, without substance. There just isn't a place for someone like you. articulate your thoughts in writing. The words speak a language that human beings have been waiting to hear. A state-of-the-art masterpiece is what this is. Yes, a state-of-the-art masterpiece. Our company would like to offer you a position with immediate hire upon your approval. I'll be forwarding this to our CEO once we adjourn this meeting. Mr. Smith? Mr. Smith, is your connection okay? Do you accept your position? Oh dear.
What a film. Truly inspiring. We have come to our final film of the night. This last artist displays how Black women are not monolith and are uniquely beautiful. Let's roll the clip.
Hi, my name is Janine Johnson and my hometown is Miami Gardens, and the inspiration behind the film is basically Black female empowerment and the specifics of what Black females go through. And the name of the film is called Being Black and a Woman. Thank you.
The most disrespected person in America is the Black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the Black woman. The most neglected person in America is the Black woman.
There's something about being Black and a woman where we end up getting just the bare minimum. But we don't have to prove our worth to have the human right to exist on this earth. Ridiculed for years upon years with various insults and sneers. Black women are more than beautiful. Black women are visionaries, leaders, innovators, all of which makes them immovable. We have went through the worst and yet give the most. So no, our hair isn't nappy. We don't have to change everything about ourselves to make you happy. And all shades are perfect in every measure. 'Cause lighter doesn't mean better. And one thing for sure, in which we do not lack, is that we always know how to bounce back.
Truly amazing work. Let's give a round of applause for our wonderful artists. Hello everyone, my name is Symphony Lindsay and I serve on the Arts and Letters Committee for the Lambda Psi chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Thank you all for tuning in tonight and taking the time to appreciate the great work of these artists. It is important that we highlight the work of Black artists because they bring not only awareness to issues, but also show the beauty that is found within our struggles. At this time, I want to announce the scholarship winners of Film Festival. These artists left the judges in awe by displaying a powerful message and captivating the audience with precise visuals and storytelling. Thanks to a very generous donor, we will also be giving scholarships to second place and third place winners. In third place, we have Janine Johnson. You will be receiving a scholarship of $150. Congratulations. In second place, we have Kristen Louder. You will be receiving a scholarship of $300. And finally, the winner of the Film Festival is, drumroll please, Taylor Tarver. Congratulations, you just won a $500 scholarship. Congratulations to you all, and a wonderful job on your submission. Thank you all again for tuning in, and I hope you have a blessed night. Happy Black History Month, and stay Black.
Now, if you look towards the screen, you will see a QR code. Please scan this code to gain access to the event's playbill. Within the playbill, it consists of the 3 films that were submitted in the competition, plus a bonus film. Please enjoy.